What is Agents of Mayhem? In Agents of Mayhem, we take control over, like the name suggests, special agents on their mission to fight the evil Legion. In the third-person perspective, we run around, shoot stuff, free stuff, drive fast cars, and shoot more stuff. Everything wrapped with a standard good versus evil scenario that is brought to us in beautiful animated cutscenes. And there's a giant city we can explore. There are tons of missions we can select from, which we can plan out in our huge headquarters. Sounds good? Yeah, but there are some flaws. What's this? Oh, nothing. Agents of Mayhem thinks big. And the big problem is, there's actually not that much to explore. For example, take the headquarters, the Ark. Oh, what is this? Oh, nothing. Oh, and this? Nothing. 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 I understand that this is supposed to be impressive. They are super agents. But it's not that immersive if everything is just lights and moving parts. And the same goes for the city. This is what we can experience when running around town. And it's not only when we are roaming. No, it happens in story missions too.
We better hurry.
Time to visit some old friends.
The main part of the game is where we run around and shoot stuff. But to stretch the time to the next sequence, there's a lot of running and driving, which can be sometimes fun.
Fuck you, God! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
And sometimes just a filler to cram in some story dialogue. Not that empty. But to be fair, it is not that bad as I portrayed it. When running around in the open world, we can find now and then little events, like destroying the power plant. Or what is really fun, destroying a doomsday weapon. Here we have to shoot stuff, and hack stuff, and shoot stuff, and hack
For another
stuff.
station agent.
You get the pattern. Or when opening the world map, we can choose little grind missions, like shoot this, or drive from A to B, or capture this outpost, or... What bugs me the most is that it appears to be so forced together. When I look at the Ark and the mission select, that is what it's meant to be. The open world seems to be kind of a side project for me. Sure, in Saints Row games it was the same, side missions, collectibles, gang events, but that was the whole world. Here we have the Ark. We buy everything here. We access everything here. We even select our missions from here. The only reason to run around in the open world is to farm resources. Money, intel, core upgrades, skins, blueprints. But here again, in the Ark there's the so-called rec room, which we can enter to absorb simulated missions to guess what? Get resources. Vehicles drive me crazy. The cars or vehicles do play their part in the game. And there are some different models we can choose from. Idea? Great. Execution? Poor. You see, we can visit the salesman in the Ark. He offers a variety of different models, but we have to unlock them first. And how do we do that? Buying? No. Much better. Collecting a specific amount of model-specific blueprints. And where do we get them from? We can find them in more or less hidden chests during our missions. Or completing grind quests that will reward us with a blueprint or the chance for a blueprint. Yes, That is correct. We have a chance for a blueprint that has the chance to be a part of any not unlocked vehicle. What's with the randomness? Why can't I choose the car I want to drive? Don't we already have enough loot boxes, chests, crates, barrels, containers and whatnot out there? The point of those are to force players to invest time and, more important, money, so they can get what they want faster or even immediately. But why in a fixed and single player game? My opinion, make it that we can spend the blueprints to buy the cars we want. Such a feature is supposed to make boring and grinding parts more comfortable. Now I have to grind to make grinding less painful? And moreover, we only get the vehicle. We cannot even choose the color. We have to find additional skins for every model, which are also random. One art, please. There are two kinds of skins. A character skin and one for the weapon. Unlike the vehicles, everything is random. We don't know what we get, except for the fixed ones from specific missions. But it's okay, we accepted that. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. Paint jobs. That's not that impressive. And what about the skins? Okay, more paint jobs. That is disappointing. Wait, is that supposed to be the Joker? I have a bad feeling. Yep, it's the Incredible Hulk. And here is Captain America. An Iron Man. And Harley Quinn. Just why? All these agents have their own personalities, their own backstory, presented in the animated cutscenes, and now we are supposed to pretend to be someone completely different? Or is it supposed to be that we are playing Jewel cosplaying as Harley Quinn? I don't know, that seems to be pretty far-fetched. But anyway, why bother? We may never get such a skin and never have to think about equipping it. Individuality, need. Now to a point that I like, agent customization. The higher the level of an agent, the more options we have to adapt the playstyle a little more to our liking. And every agent has 4 categories in which we can choose from different options. There's gadgets, upgrades, core upgrades, and Legion tech. Gadgets is split into 3 sections: special, weapon, and passive. It's about dealing damage, creating shields, faster mayhem ability, etc. In the category upgrade, we can determine our playstyle and focus on a specific role by spending points to our liking. Next up is core upgrades. Here we can make an agent overall stronger, but there is not that much of a choice. There are 3 upgrades that we can fill with dark matter cores, which we have to find in the open world or get from the rec room. The last one is Legion tech, what freaks me out again. Let's switch to another agent. Why, you ask? Because it's freaking fucking random again! Okay, we are over that. It is fine, we are fine. Legion tech are practically little buffs that after we found a blueprint for and crafted them with materials we have to gather, we can socket in our gadgets, like disrupt certain enemies, gain power status, or receive X% more crafting materials or whatnot. My opinion, gadgets and upgrades are great. With the right combination we can actually really focus on a certain aspect or skill of an agent. Core upgrades raise the question again, why? They should be unlocked at certain agent levels. Making them unlockable with a sort of limited resource is another artificial way to extend the game. The same goes for the Legion tech, but here's the kicker, I only play 3.5 agents, I switched one out, and I don't have any problems getting cores or crafting materials. I completed 1 mission in the rec room and ran around City for about an hour, and that was mostly doing research for this video. And like I said in the beginning, they think big. If we play with every agent and spend every little shard we find immediately and craft a lot of Gremlin tech then, but only then, we might have problems. And that brings me to our next chapter. What to do, what to do. To be honest, the gameplay of Agents of Mayhem isn't that diverse. It's drive, run, shoot. But there's nothing wrong here, but to be honest, it gets boring really fast. And it doesn't help that everything we can do besides the main quest is built upon this concept. We already talked about skins and vehicles. We have to farm them, like completing grind missions, that include walking and or driving and or shooting. The same goes for the Legion tech and core upgrades. We have to find them in the open world, in secret layers or hidden all over the map. Another way to get the cores and resources is in the Rec Room, in which we can absorb challenges. Or in other words, it's like missions or the open world, but with a specific rule set. Fight those enemies on that difficulty or yada yada yada. Speaking of difficulty, when starting a mission or deploying to the open world, we can choose a difficulty level. That is a good thing, don't get me wrong here, but why in the world are there over 10? The higher or lower the difficulty, the more or less experience and money we earn. And again, why? Is it really necessary to open every 5% a new level? Ha! Take this Diablo 3. And now imagine we want to play more than 3 agents. Or rearrange our squad because we unlock the new agent in later missions. Let the farming begin! First some experience. And then some core upgrades. Maybe some Legion tech blueprints. Oh, we already have some? Neat! But do we have all the crafting materials? Oh yeah, crafting materials. What I haven't brought up yet in detail is the so-called Gremlin tech. There is another store in which you can craft all kind of shenanigans, from giant bowling balls over exploding citizens to group revive. Come on, why should I want to use stuff when I know that I have to go farming again for it? Grinding to make the gameplay more enjoyable. Great. The only thing that exists that is something different is the global conflict. Here we can send agents to operations all over the world. At the beginning, there's only East Asia accessible, but we earn region keys that allow us to unlock other countries. And after we clear every country, we can access a special global offense operation mission. But here comes the problem. To send agents on those missions, we need a resource called Intel. And where do we get that from? Correct. Farming. Wrap it up. I really wanted to like Agents of Mayhem, but the longer I play, the more disappointed I am. At the beginning, everything seemed flashy and interesting, but just like a piece of gum, after the initial taste is gone, it's boring. I really love the Saints Row series, but Agents of Mayhem is nothing like it. There's little to none customization. The humor is very rare and dialed down. The character development is finished after completing just one character mission, and everything we can achieve doesn't seem to have any real impact. The agents have different roles, sure, like hacker, good at destroying shield, armor, etc. But I never had the feeling that I need a specific agent combination for a special situation. I chose 3 that fit together and that's it, settled for the game. And even if I should change my squad, I probably won't do it, because I had to level them up first. All the agents should share the same level, or at least gain a percentage of the overall earned experience. Otherwise it's just frustrating picking up an unleveled agent. The crafting, Gremlin and Legion tech, I don't really care about either. I tried to recall what kind of materials there are, but I really couldn't. And where to get them? Pfft. The only thing I know is that I have to run around and shoot stuff. and that is reason enough to skip it as long as I don't really need it. The Ark versus the world. If you ask me, I would drop the Ark almost entirely. I would implement everything we can do into the open world. If the Legion has secret hideouts that we can scan, why don't have we any? Make it that there is a main place for the vendor. And all over the map, some vending machines. Or actual working computers, not just blinking lights. Additionally, I would appreciate if all the agents would be more present. Or maybe even accompany us. Why not place them all over Seoul and let them offer quests? For example, their own character missions. Or quests for their skins, their vehicle skins, the personalized vehicles. And we have to challenge them to a race. And furthermore, the Legion is way too underrepresented. There should be a constant threat, not some thugs that hide under every stone. Ages of Mayhem seems to me like an unfinished project. It's like a shooter mod for Saints Row, except they forgot to add everything that makes Saints Row so enjoyable.